Okay guys, so in today's class we will be working on angular bisectors. Now angular bisector or the perpendicular bisectors, these are the two basic fundamentals that you need to have in your mind and very well practice when you are working on geometry. So the example which I'm discussing here right now is already discussed in at page number 3 at page 300 of book 1 D1 7th edition, and this example is basically word example 2. I have written the construction steps over here, that how do you need to make an angle bisector by using these steps. So these steps are already available at page 300. You can easily go through these steps in case you missed the video or in case you want a handwritten work. So now coming on to the main thing. Now here we have to draw an angle bisector. So I am just making it a little zoom out so that I can work properly here. Now as we have the instructions with us, so a little bit zoom in is required. Now this one's fine. Now first thing I need is a scale. It says using a ruler. Hold on a second, this is the typo error. Using a ruler and a protractor, you have to draw an angle using a BAC of 66 degrees. Now BAC is a random dimension or edges or vertices you need not to worry about. First thing that you need a ruler and then a protractor to draw an angle. So a ruler first, so we are going on for that. Here it is, ruler. We take this ruler here, right here, just bring it here. Now this one is quite small, we need to extend it a little bit so that we can have a good piece of diagram with us. Now this is fine. We need a pen through which we will be making a line. So we just draw a random line. Now since there is no dimension given to us in the question regarding the size of the line AB, we are just drawing a line AB, random line AB. So since there are no dimensions, no particular measurements given to us, so we are just drawing a random line. Here it goes, till 7. Fine. And after that, what we have to do is we have to use a protractor to draw 66 degrees. So going back to the cursor mode, then selecting protractor. Here it is, a good nice protractor. I'm removing the scale from here. This is creating a problem for me. I'm just removing it from here. Gone. Now I have a protractor. The measurements are quite small, I cannot see it that easily. I need to zoom in. Now this is better. Coming down to the main part, here it is, 66 degrees. Now this is the point of confusion for the students. Like as you can see that D is over here, the students, they're pretty much confused whether do we have to take this 0 or, let me show you, this 0 here. It is like erased from here, but if you see your own protractors, you might have a good idea that 0 is written over there also. So I've zoomed in the image, or this 180 or this 180. After the 170 we have 180 over here. So the students are pretty much confused. The easy way out to remember this or to memorize it is that once you keep the D at your line, the direction in which your line is proceeding, the direction of the line, you have to keep this direction in mind, and using this direction you have to select the 0. So this is the 0 that you are choosing, although it is not written 0 over here, but in your stationary protractors you have the 0 here. So using these zeros, you have a good idea like which 0 to take. Now this is the 0. Since the line is going in this direction, you will be using this 0, and by this 0 you will be using these measurements, the below ones, not the higher ones. This is the most common error that usually students do every year, and we need to initialize this concept from the very beginning. So now I'm just making a mark at 66 degrees, just drawing mark. Hold on a second, let me zoom it more so I can draw 60, 65 and then 66, a little mark. Okay, Now since I have the mark with me, it will be easier for me to draw a straight line. Coming back to the cursor mode, moving D, bringing a straight line. Now this is the start of the line. Select and then since this was your 66 degree spot, you need to intersect it and pass through like this. Now again, this you have no binding of how many centimeters or meters you have to draw these lines. There are no limitations since they are not mentioned in the question. You have no restrictions over it. Now what do we have to do next is we have drawn the angle 66, right? And with A, now this part is A, this part over here is A, this one is B, this one is C. I've measured the dimensions, okay? Now it is saying, now have a look, it is saying that with A as center and with a suitable fixed radius, draw an arc to cut AB at P. Now using this as this A as the center, now this A as the center, we have to draw an arc, you know, a simple cross at this line AB, and that particular arc will be named as P. I know this is getting critical. I'm making it very simple for you to get this. Now here we take a compass first. Now this is the critical part. Using compass is a tedious task. I will be making some errors. I just want you guys to be patient. I'm not that professional in using it. Just need your support and motivation. Now here's the compass. Now we take this compass and we have to make, like, we have to extend this compass, sorry, dancing compass I must say, sorry, this we have to, oh this is the straight compass, right? Compass, we have to extend this compass to more than half of the distance, okay? As you can see, this might be the half distance, but we have to go more than half of the distance. Like you can go till here, any distance, but make this thing sure that it should be more than half of the distance. And you need to draw an arc. Same thing you have to do over here. Like you have drawn an arc over AB, and then you have to draw an arc on AC without touching this compass, without touching the size, without touching the extension of this compass. You just have to exaggerate it further. Sorry, what I was saying, I did the same mistake just because of the reason I'm not familiar with the software very much. Now here I go. This is the best part. Drawing an arc without touching the extension of the compass. Now here we are. We get two arcs. We got two arcs, one at AC and one at AB with the same extension. Without touching it, we have to draw two more arcs. Now this arc, let me name it as P. This one is P. And this one is Q, as it said in the question. AB, P at AB, and Q at AC, Q at AC, P at AB. Without touching it, without touching the extension of this compass, what you need to do is you need to bring it further. Sorry, extremely sorry. Now look at the legs of the compass, they're equally stretched. Now we have to draw two more arcs, okay? Here it goes. You can draw bigger arcs to make sure that your two arcs are completely coinciding one another. So there are no issues. At times students they make arcs but they're confused that their arcs are not meeting, so no issues in that. Keeping it over here now. See, so that's how we do it. As you can see that now keeping the compass apart now here. Now as you can see we got angle bisected. This was the angle and it got bisected. Now I'll show you how. After this part, as you can see, you got an excellent intersection. Now this intersection is showing that, here you go. Now this intersection is showing that you got the whole excellent mark. Now here you have to coincide this line, and here you go. Sorry. Here you go. So this was the angle 66, which is bisected. Bisected by means two sected, two different parts. Now this is the angle which got bisected. So this is the reason we call it as angle bisector, angle dividing into two equal parts. So this is how you go on with angle bisectors. Thank you.